Yo, what's up guys, D-Cell here, and today I want to talk about inventory management and the info resource in Counterside. Inventory management can notoriously be a pain in most gachas, and the info resource is probably more important than what you realize. So let's dive right into it. So guys, have you ever just been enjoying the game and you go to your next operation and you get hit with this wall? So yeah, let's talk about inventory management real quick and how I deal with it, give you guys an idea on how to clear up space. So the very first thing that I want to say is the ads for the inventory space are working now. So once a day you can go in, you can click the ad here and you can get one inventory space. It's not a bunch, but you know, over the course of 2 or 3 months that will help. What I've been doing with the inventory is if they are rare or normal, the blue or the grays, I've been using the extra dupes to get them to 4-star, and then I've been selling the rest. So a good example of this is, let's go to the Sparrow here, because I have a lot of copies of the Sparrow. So what I've been doing is I'm going in and you know, this is just for completionist sake. You don't even really necessarily need to do this. If these are units that you will just never use, you can outright sell them. However, I do think it's a good idea to go ahead and limit break them and get them at least a 4-star, get them maxed out, and then go ahead and sell the remaining copies. Now on this note, you want to try to not use the ones that say contract obtained, because you'll actually get more resources from those if you sell them off. Now one thing to note, now that we have our Sparrow 4-star, is the normal ones don't really give you extra resources for the contract obtained. That is only going to be for the blue or higher rarities. Okay, now the R characters are going to be a little bit different. As you can see, my Claudia Nelson is blue and my Irie Alford is blue. Characters that I plan on using in the future, I save the dupes and I go beyond the level 100 limit break, and I use their dupes to get them to the 110 max level, because I do plan on using them in the future, and I think this is a good idea to do as well, because you're going to get a lot of the R dupes and you can use them instead of fusion cores, and that's going to be a good idea to do. But what about your SSR and your SR dupes? This is where it gets a little interesting, because there is a thing coming in the future called rearmament. So rearms is going to be a buff to certain characters. So you want to make sure before you get rid of any SSR dupes. I know that SSR dupes do lower the cost of the limit break, but it's probably a good idea to check first whether that character is going to have a rearm in the future, and you're going to want to have 4 dupes for that character. So don't get rid of your SSR and your SR dupes right away. So what you can do is go to this handy website right here. I'll have the link down in the description or a pinned comment so you guys know. Also in my Discord, there is a pinned section in the Counterside chat that has this link as well. So what you want to do is go into the home screen and go down to where it says rearmament. Now this rearm guide is going to show you which units in the future that are going to get the rearms, so make sure that you save those dupes. So some characters to look out for is going to be best mascot Irie. So even though she is a blue character, after you get her to level 110, you're probably going to want to keep 4 dupes around for her. Then we have Laura, we have Eugen, we have Yumina, Mia, Estarosa, we have Elizabeth, we have Orca, Kang, and Zhao Lin, and it does look like in the future we're getting Sylvia. Now keep in mind that it says in the future, we haven't gotten any rearms yet. So all of this is in the future for us. Now this is where it's going to be a little bit up to your discretion, right? Do you keep somebody like Shifuyu who doesn't have a rearm, or do you use their limit break material? Me personally, I will keep the dupes just in case they ever get like that rearm buff in the future, because getting those dupes is kind of a pain. So that's up to you, and that's my personal preference. So if you guys were with me on last Thursday's stream, you'll know that I realized very quickly how important information is over the credits. We even made some jokes about it, but it is very true that info is probably the most important resource in the game, and here's why. Info is used pretty much everywhere in the game. It's used to level up your skills. It's used in the counter cases. So if you don't know what counter cases are, you get a bunch of extra goodies from unlocking these characters at certain level ranges, and you have to use info to unlock those, all the way up to the last one, which gives you a unique armor piece for them. program. So yeah, this is important and it all uses info. And a quick little bit of math here, it's going to cost you 750 info to get all of the counter cases for one person unlocked. And of course, it's used in your raids and your dives, right? So it's super important. Like, it's literally used everywhere in the most important things. So honestly, info is more important in credits in my opinion. Okay, so now that we know that information is important, let's talk about where to get it and how to use it efficiently. So right off the bat, the very easiest way and the best way to get info every day is to go into the supply operations, go over to covert ops, and do the first 2 missions. These are going to cost a lot of Ethereum every day, but you get 3 chances and it's going to give you about 2,000 info a day. So it's very important that you're getting these done. And after you get the side events, this is probably the first thing you want to do every day for your daily resource grind. After that, you want to look at the daily challenges that rotate out. You have Chloe's credit search, Chloe's info search, and Anastasia's supply maintenance. All of these rotate out every day, and it's very important that you pay attention to what they are. Now, the Chloe's info search is another good place to get info from. However, it's probably going to take your account a little while to unlock because they are pretty hard stages, but once you get them, make sure that you're doing them when they're there. Also worth mentioning is going to be the side events. If you clear out the side events like this one here, you can see that you're going to get information for clearing out the stages. So don't neglect on those. Those are like 300 a pop every time you do that. So do make sure that you're not neglecting on the side events and go ahead and get them done so you get extra info. Another thing worth mentioning is going to be the consortium shop. So let's go ahead into the shop menu and go to the exchange center, and you can see here that you can get 200 info. You can get up to 2,000 info every week. Now, I do suggest getting the set binaries first because the set binaries are more important in my opinion, and you're going to get a finite amount of the consortium resource. So yeah, it's probably more important to get the set binaries, but I thought it was important to at least show you guys that info is there. So other than that, what to do with your info? Well, first things first, make sure that you don't just go into the character and just go and skill up everything that you can. Make sure that you have some sort of a plan. Focus on one character at a time, that you're building up one at a time, and don't just go and increase random skills. Make sure that you're targeting the skills that you need. So like with Evelyn Keller, for example, you might want to go in and level her ultimate up first because that's going to give you an attack buff on that, and maybe go into another character and level something else that's more important. So don't just like try to spread your resources out super far super quickly, because then you're not going to be able to do your raids. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that I see people doing, especially free-to-play players, with their info resource is attacking the same raid boss multiple times. You don't want to do this. You only want to attack your raid boss once and then send it out to everybody else to let them attack it once and then let it die. Make sure that you're only attacking it once because that's 300 plus info every time you do it. So you're going to get the same amount of resources by attacking the raid boss once as you will attacking it twice. So there really is no reason to attack the same raid boss twice. And also concerning your dives, make sure that you're not just going in and just using up all your info on the dives. Yes, don't neglect the dives. Do it a little bit at a time. You're going to want to do everything a little bit at a time. It's going to be a really delicate balancing act between all of these things with your info. You got to level up your skills. You got to make sure that you're doing your raids, and you got to make sure that you're doing some of your dives. So only attack the raid boss once and then go in and skill up only what you need to skill up. After you get your monthly raid boss done, you get up to like 30,000 points or 40,000 points, whatever it is, then you can focus a little bit more on your skills and your dives and start amassing up some info. But definitely make sure that you're balancing this out and don't go all in on one area too quickly, because then you're going to halt your account progression. But hey guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you liked this video or found it informative, hit that like or leave me a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Also, hit subscribe if you enjoyed the video enough and you want to see some more content like this in the future. Honestly guys, I gotta say, I didn't realize how important information was until it was almost too late. And then I realized, oh no, I better get my raids done before I really focus on like a lot of these skills and stuff like that. So definitely pay attention to how you're spending your info resource in game. But hey guys, with that, I'm gonna get out of here. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.